Well, good evening and welcome to Championship Saturday night on the third annual running of the IMCA TV Clash on the coast. Beautiful Saturday night, sunset to the west behind the tree line, and it is ready to, well, I'm not ready to go home yet. This has been some nice weather. It's always Championship Saturday night. It's like, man, now I know I got to go home, and I'm not looking forward to that, as it's been a great time down here, as it always is. Of course, our first trip here to Deep South Speedway in Loxley, Alabama, where we'll crown our champion tonight. And Ben, it's been Chamber of Commerce weather all week long.
Absolutely. It's been picturesque. It's been scenically gorgeous, and we couldn't have ordered for better weather. It's been pleasant. I mean, lunch today just on the beach there, the Sound, and I had a great morning walk for about an hour along the beach. Boy, I'm going to miss this place, but it's just been fun, and I've said it a lot, Jerry, and I think you have too. This is one of those special moments where you're really blessed to have these opportunities to come down here and work for great people like the staff that Peyton Taylor's put together, IMCA TV. There's just some magical moments down here.
You're exactly right on that, Ben. And of course, as we take a look, not only the staff that comes down with the TV, with IMCA, with Super Dave and Peyton and his group, but just the group of the local staff at each racetrack. They are very great to work with, and it's been our pleasure being able to come into to their houses. Of course, it's their houses. We just get to come in. They ask us to wipe our feet off and not pet their dog. That's what we do when we come to their racetracks, and it works so great that way. As both staffs at not only Northwest Florida Speedway but also here at Deep South been so great to work with. And not only is it us and the fans that get to enjoy what we've got here, but a lot of the racers they enjoy this trip because it is that one. It's unique. It's you can go to your local Friday, Saturday, Sunday racetrack. You can go to a tour here or a tour there, but you don't get to come to the tour where you can actually take your race car down to the beach. And we on this championship night chatted with a handful of drivers about what they like and what they might not like about here at the Clash on the Coast.
This year's Clash on the Coast is it's very interesting. It's been a great experience, and I think everybody that is a part of it's doing a phenomenal job with the track and the cars and getting the shows ran through. Peyton's done a heck of a job, and whoever he's got helping him, us drivers really appreciate the opportunity to come down here and make it happen and put on a show. I would change my speed. We haven't had the best results, but we did okay the first night, but unfortunately we've been struggling ever since. And I put Jerry's sign over here on my nose when I got into the berm, but all in all, it's been okay, and I don't know if I changed much. It's been a great deal.
All right, one thing I like is coming down here for the weather. When I left home, it was 10 below zero, and we had 10 inches of snow, so it's definitely way nicer here at 75. One thing I would change is not wrecking every time I pull on the racetrack.
Yeah, I really like this event because it's nice weather, and we're in Florida and Alabama or whatever, and go on the beach, and you got a day off and everything. And one thing I'd change, maybe a few more days off. Maybe a few days off, just go hang out at the beach, but I guess we could stay for a little longer. And yeah, it's a sweet event, and we'll be back next year.
Well, I like the competition. Seems like there's a lot of good people here, a lot of clean racing. I really haven't tore up a lot of stuff. I like that it's a week long. You can get your racing and get your laps in and tune on your car a little bit. And of course, the location and the weather doesn't hurt either. It's hard to say. We've had decent track conditions. I mean, that's not the event's fault. One was a little rough. Last night could have been a little racier, but I'm just looking, for things to complain about, but I don't know if there was a lot I would change. I'm kind of torn between one more off day or one more race day. But all in all, it's been a good event. I've had fun. We're getting a little closer dialed in on the car and my driving, and definitely something I look forward to coming back to.
I'm really happy coming down here the first time. I wasn't sure what to expect at either track. Obviously, this is a new track here. I really enjoy how Peyton has really put together a program that through the week he really incorporates everybody, whether it be the stuff at the track and the stuff off the track. I really like this track here. Got pretty racy there last night. I'm hoping tonight it cleans up a little bit more and we can get some really good racing going in the future. So I don't know if I'd change anything. I think if Northwest Florida got some stuff sorted out a little bit better, just obviously it was a little bit choppy in turn 4, but we knew that going into it. So yeah, I don't think I would change anything. I think Peyton's got a really good deal going, and I hope it continues.
One thing I like about this event is we get to come to sunny Florida in the middle of winter, and in Pennsylvania it's really cold right now and snowing. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think it's run pretty smooth. I like how fast the show moves along. There's people always lining you up when you're going to line up. I mean, it's a very smooth show and everything rolls nice, and I've got no complaints, to be honest with you.
One thing I like about the event, well, I love the weather down here. I'm really liking this Alabama racetrack better than the Florida one we were at. I don't know, get to see all your buddies down here, all the IMCA crew, all that. I really like this event. I'm glad Peyton puts it on. It's a good thing to come to. It's just good, just nice weather. And the facility we're at right now is great. The racing's been, but that comes with it all. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get the wrong end of the deal. So that's been me and Shelby's deal so far this week. But no, otherwise I can't really complain.
I like the warm weather, getting out of the cold in Iowa. And probably one thing I'd change, maybe add 2 more nights at each racetrack, just give us a few more nights to race.
Well, I think the consensus of all the drivers is they enjoy it. Not a lot of complaints when you can be down here, like you saw Keith Lamphere saying there. It's snowing and sub-zeros in Pennsylvania, and we're down here shorts and flip-flops, and it's 70, and maybe you have to put a hoodie on at night. The locals get bundled up pretty tight though when it gets down below about 60 at night, but that's like about 80 at home for us on a regular old Saturday night in the middle of summer. But it is just like we said, a great time, and we're already, the wheels are turning. We're already planning next year. The 4th annual Clash on the Coast presented by IMCA TV. Watch all the social media channels, watch everything as Peyton, he'll have a video or 753 to put up there real quick, won't he, Ben?
That he will, and it's just doing a great job. And I gotta say, Jerry, this, you've heard of those races where a party happened, a race break out. This is a vacation happened, and a race broke out, quite literally.
Exactly. And talking about racing with 3 nights in the books, the points battle's getting very tight. The top spots shook up over that. Mike Vandermark Jr. is your points leader coming into tonight in the IMCA Stock Cars. Gage Neal 112, 109, 108 back to Dallin Murdy. Mathematically, the top 5 could change depending on what happens in those. I mean, Vandermark has not got it sewed up with that mere 5-point advantage. Of course, the IMCA Peacher, you get 40 to win, 39 for second, 38, 36, so forth and so on. So depending on where Vandermark can finish, and Gage Neal, Jim Horejsi is still mathematically in this, and so is Dallin Murdy along with Presley Harrington, but them top 4 have got to have a bad night tonight. And Austen Becerra coming in with a 7-point advantage in our Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds over Drew Janssen. Austin Harnick, who was undefeated until last night. Joseph Joyner rebounding in the 0-1 car up into the 4th spot, and Isaac Malakote. So 17 points separating your top 5 coming in there. The top 4 still mathematically in there, and you see that over $8,500 being paid out after tonight in points fund money for being here and with us here at the Clash on the Coast.
No doubt championship battles are tight. It's so incredible, Jerry, that the top point earners going into championship night have all finished within the podium in 3 nights, a 1 and a 2 and a 3. They haven't finished in the same spot more than once, but they've covered all 3 steps of the podium.
Exactly. So tonight we crowned some champions. We do want to thank each and every one of you for being with us here on IMCA TV all week long. Thank you, folks, for being here in the grandstands, and thank all the great staff members that have helped us along the way. But, well, we're about time to tune into some fun and get ready to go as opening ceremonies coming here momentarily.
Time lapse, David. David, time lapse.
Me following you around with this camera, people are gonna start thinking you're a big celeb, dude. Everybody's staring at you.
I put my pants on the same way everybody else does it here, one leg at a time.
The reason I come to the Clash on the coast every year is because it's pretty close to the house, and it's a great event to join, and it's a lot of fun racing and great racing, really.
Hey, yeah, the water's a little chilly.
Junior now, Harrington dives it in. Harrington bangs on him. Go, we'll see what happens down the front straightaway. Oh my, wow. Here comes Drew Janssen. Watch Janssen, he's gonna lay down the bottom side. The white flag's out, here we go. Final time, the nightcap's about ready to put you to bed.
And you can edit all this, can't you?
Right.
Just look at the camera.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Coming in tonight, number. Woo! This is nice. I should have wore my trunks and had my. See it. Oh, Jim left the bottom open. He left it open. You saw it from the drone. It'll be Dallin Murdy to the bottom side. Murdy and Horsch, they come together. Off of turn number 4. It's going to be crashing, but it's the win for Jim Horsch.
Anything wild down here since you've been here? Like, we're looking for some wild stuff.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen any shark
We are also
fins
looking.
Yeah.
That's great.
Nothing too crazy so far.
Well, right on. Well, you guys enjoy your drinks, and thanks for stopping and chatting with us here. Yeah. Come on, Lance. Whee-hoo. I need a smoke and a bottle of water.
There's Dugan in the wheeler. Yep, that head'll fit in that hat. There's no doubt about it. From all of us to all of you, have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless. And good night, everybody. Well, race fans, we are just about ready to get started with tonight's action. But before we do, we ask that each and every one of you, if you are able, please rise to your feet. Gentlemen, remove your hats. And please join me with tonight's invocation. Lord Heavenly Father, we once again thank you for this glorious day that you have bestowed upon us. We thank you for everything that you've given us, especially your Son, Jesus Christ, who you gave to us to serve and to sacrifice and to die on the cross for our sins. Tonight we ask that you watch over everyone here, our drivers, our competitors, their crew, fans, family, and the staff, and keep them safe as we go into tonight's racing card. Father, we ask that you watch over our men and women that serve our country to protect our freedoms, not only on our American soils, but across the world. We also ask that you watch over the men and women who protect and service, our law enforcement, EMTs, firefighters, and first responders. Keep them safe in the job that they do to keep our cities, counties, and states safe. But most importantly, Father, we ask that tonight on our way home, you watch over us, keep us safe, deliver us home tonight so we may serve you tomorrow on your day, the Sabbath, and worship in your name. Amen. And at this time, race fans, we ask that you please stand at attention. Place your right hand over your heart, and please join Nashville recording artist Shauna Taylor Snyder with tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I like the voice of an angel, our national anthem. Once again, thanks to Shauna Taylor Snyder for doing a fantabulous job on Championship Saturday night for our final night. Oh, I'm sad. Sean, I'm sad. Got to go home on Monday. You got to go to Arkansas. Well, exactly. Here we go. We're going to stay here on the old Facebook, YouTube, and all that great stuff live for you for a handful of heat races here in our IMCA Friesen Performance Modifieds. Matthew Triefenbach out of Belleville, Illinois, the 18 going to be on the pole, and William Bartlett, Panama City, Florida, the 722. Jason Sims at 25, and out of West Branch, Michigan, the 17R is Chase Roseborough. Row number 3 out of Paragould, Arkansas, the 7A is Travis A.G. and Derek Fox out of Gulf Breeze, Florida, the 724. Final 3 starters going to see Austin Harnick out of Clare, Michigan in the 15. The 13G will be the 34G, Brewerton, Alabama's Heath Gibson and Jason Barnhill going to roll out there on the top and the back of your Aero Race Wheels. Starting grid for heat race number 1, of course, Aero Race Wheels. Great sponsor, not only in the IMCA TV broadcast with starting lineups, but also a great contributor here on Clash at the Coast. So a couple laps here, just kind of knock the snot off the racetrack. Of course, no hot laps tonight. Just kind of roll that moisture in on the speedway. Once again, we do thank and appreciate each and every one of you for being on hand. For those of you tuned in on IMCA TV, great to have you tuned in. And great to have you tuned in watching a little live look in right now with our opening ceremonies. And we're going to give you 2 heat races tonight. 2 heat races this evening. Ben, how's the infield down there? You hiding, or Dugan and the Wheeler leave you, or?
No, I'm just hanging down here. I got my white on. Hopefully this wasn't a bad wardrobe choice here. But Championship Saturday, got to wear the white. And you know, Jerry, what's really fun, we've had 3 champions in Clash on the Coast history. 2 of the champions have won on championship night, but last year, Jeff Larson did not. So So we'll see if that trend continues. The guys at the top, obviously, we talked about in the pre-race show, they're in good form. We'll see if that form continues here on night number 4.
Yeah, like we said, taking a look there at your modified points. The car we're going to be watching will be that 22C or the 22X of Austen Becerra. He is your points leader coming into tonight, and that deficit back and forth between the top 4 going to be very tight and can come down, like we said, right to the final lap tonight. Once again, a big thanks going out to our friends from Stack Products. Stack Products bringing you your live look-ins all weekend long, or all week long here on Facebook and YouTube and all those great channels. So great to have those folks. Make sure when you're got your comments and stuff there, thank them for being a part of bringing you free stuff, because without them, we don't get to give you stuff for free. Speaking of free, we're going to free that caution light to the off position and look for the green flag, this time off of turn number 4. First heat race on championship Saturday night. Coming down is the green flag is out, and here we go. 6 heat races, top 3 will transfer just as they have each and every night. They'll hurry on down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, mama. Going to be that 18 machine of Matthew Triefenbach. Triefenbach out front there, your race leader, the 722 of William Bartlett out of Panama City. Going to hustle to the number 2 spot. Third is up for grabs, Austen Harnick. Remember last night he had to come through a V8. He does not want to do that again. He has moved that 15 car now into the number 3 spot. Harnick third, second is Bartlett, and your race leader is Triefenbach. Down the front straightaway, 8 laps of distance looks like tonight here on your heat races. Field of work off with 2 and down the back straightaway. It will be Roseborough. Now Roseborough, the 17R, he has raced his way into a transfer spot. Look at Harnick. Harnick looking for some redemption after last night in that 15 car. Trying to make his way up into the top spot. Remember, if you win a heat race, you get to draw from 1 to 6. If you finish second, it is 7 to 12, and 13 to 18 is the next redraw spot. So the further you finish ahead, the further forward you start in tonight's championship main. And that is exactly what Austen Harnick wants to do. Right now, the best he can start is 7th. The worst he can start is 12th. If he finishes in this runner-up spot here this evening in heat race number 1. Field of work off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Still going to be Triefenbach, your leader in the 18. The Belleville, Illinois racer has got the Clare, Michigan racer right there to the inside. Here he comes, digging and clawing down the back straightaway. The 15 machine of Austen Harnick, the Michigander, down on the bottom. They'll work him through turns number 3 and 4 down the boulevard in front of the grandstands. Still going to be up front, Triefenbach, as he has been there from the drop of the green. They'll work down the back straightaway. Going to be that 18 of Matthew Triefenbach, the Illinois racer. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Triefenbach, Harnick, and Roseborough, your top 3. Down the back straightaway, they'll scurry on in. Harnick knows he's got 2 left-handers and a 100-yard dash to get her done. He'll look to the inside. Here we come for the race lead. Can he do it? Not going to get it done. He comes 59 100ths of a second shy as Matthew Triefenbach to the win. The 15 of Austen Harnick going second, and Chase Roseborough in the number 3 spot. So your heat race number 1 winner will see Matthew Triefenbach out of Belleville, Illinois, picking up the win. Let's take a look at heat race number 2, getting ready to come to the Speedway. It will be Austin Stam out of Orangeville, Illinois, in the 12T, and Oliver Hilliard, Houghton Lake, Michigan, the 19H. Dylan Thornton, Belle Plaine, Iowa, the 38T, and Ryan Fowler, Pace, Florida, in the 6F. James Dixon, the 4J, out of Wilmer, Alabama. The 7 is David Steffens. Row number 4 will be Austen Becerra, your points leader in the 22X. Chris Spalding out of Montgomery City, Missouri, in the 29. And the 11M will be Isaac Malacote, picking up the 9th and final starting spot.
We got Matthew Triefenbach down here. This is a big moment for this race team, J-Van. First career Clash on the coast, qualifying for a feature. You're going to start pretty good in that feature. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. I think this little Ford open motor's got something for these crate guys. So this for all them guys back home who are running open motors, the underfunded teams. You can still get it done on this big show.
Well, awesome job. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
He's originally out of Belleville, Illinois, but he's currently stationed nearby in Crestview, Florida. Let's hear it for our active military man here, Matthew Triefenbach, winner heat race number 1 for the Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds.
There you go. We do thank you, Matthew, for your service. And like we said, it's spelled greatness, and they circle it, F-O-R-D. Got the old Ford Power where the distributor on the front. There it is. You see it. They circle it so you know what awesome it is. That's what they say anyway. I own a couple Ford vehicles. Not too often do you see the old blue oval out there getting her done, but it gets her done in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2, getting ready to come to the green flag as we'll get ready to bring Austen Stam and Oliver Hilliard out in Lake Michigan right there into turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is up, and here we go. Heat race number 2 is underway. Working on down the back straightaway, of course, still here on the lookout. Working on in down the front straightaway. It will be Stam, your race leader. Dylan Thornton. Look at this. Austen Becerra. Becerra, a 7-3 run right now in the 22X. Of course, for those of you looking live here on that Stacked Products, get your comments a coming. Get to talking, get enough viewers. I might give you a third one. You never know, but get interactive. You got something for free. Start telling us you appreciate it. As the drivers hustle on into turn number 1 and 2. Stam's going to go up the hill. That's going to let Dylan Thornton. Tonight might be Dilly's luck. He'll hustle to the bottom of the racetrack. Dylan Thornton right down there to the race lead. Here comes Austen Becerra. Becerra down there in the double deuce with an X behind it. They'll race him on down the front straightaway. Still the 38 Dylan Thornton, your race leader. Down the back side of the racetrack they will go. It will be right there, Dylan Thornton, your race leader. A 7-2 run for the 22X machine here on the red dirt clay. Working it there is Austen Becerra. Becerra working on in as they hurry on down the back straightaway. Hustle off of turn number 4. Austen Stam in the 12T. He is in the 3rd and final transfer spot, but here comes Ryan Fowler. Fowler going to look to the inside, going to show him that 6 does come before 12. If Stam can't hang on to her, they're in the top of the racetrack. They'll work him down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Stam still holding back that number 6 of Fowler. Fowler right there going to stay in the number 4 spot. Off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. That time the 22X of Becerra bobbled in the middle of 1 and 2, and he had about a 0.2 of a second disadvantage, but now opens it up. Dylan Thornton on down the front straightaway goes to almost a 1.5 seconds advantage. Final time down the back straightaway. Dylan Thornton, your race leader, followed by Becerra and Stam. Take a look here as they bring him off of turn number 4. It'll be the 38T of Dylan Thornton. Austen Becerra and Austen Stam going 2 and 3. As they get ready to bring him on down into the infield, Dylan Thornton getting the maybe got Lady Luck in the car with him, may have shook the monkey off the back. Having a great run tonight in that 38T. Austen Becerra and Austen Stam, the 22X and the 12T, also transferring to tonight's A main. Here we go, heat race number 3 coming to the racetrack. It will be Stephen Whitaker Jr., Robstown, Texas, in the 89, and Oliver Myers out of Cadillac, Michigan, in the 78. Rusty Cooper, the 6 car, and Preston Sones out of Milton, Florida, the 22. Row number 3 going to be Randall Paxton, Factoryville, Pennsylvania, and Ryan Baragari in the 80 out of Millbrook, Alabama. Greg Hopkins out of Repton, Alabama, the G17. Kensington Ogle, the 7KZ, and Jared Spalding, Troy, Pennsylvania, your final starter.
Well, Dylan Thornton, defending Super Nationals champion, able to get that heat race win there. It's got to feel good for this 38T team. You had you guys' best run of the week last night, finishing 5th. You've got a runner-up and a 3rd in your career with Clash on the Coast. You know how to run up front, and I know you want to get that breakthrough win tonight.
Yeah, we've been on the struggle bus. It's no secret. It's been a long week. All my friends left today. Jimmy he got cooked so bad last night he had to go home, but it's been a ton of fun. You know, we've had a lot of issues, been fighting electrical problems since we got here. We had a bent axle tube. Thank you to Austen. He gave us an axle tube. Finished the rest of the week out, but yeah, hopefully we get a good redraw and see what we can do in this feature.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Dylan Thornton, originally out of Santa Maria, California, now calling Belle Plaine, Iowa home these days.
So you see him head on back pit side. Not somebody that was not or looking to go pit side was the 6 of Rusty Cooper. Rusty Cooper getting the assistance of one of the push vehicles up, out, and off of the racetrack as he heads on back pit side. He'll have to come through B-main troubles on the 6 car. They're in heat race number 2 to 3. Apparently Nate in the trailer is being a little more generous than I am. And he says that since there's 237 of you tuned in, we're going to give you one more heat race. Man, we were up in the 800s the whole week. What happens to everybody on Saturday? Is it date night or? Of course, Uncle Salty home back there watching. Of course, Salty's Barbecue, big sponsor on that. I've never got out there. Guy Fieri's been there to Salty's. If you go back and watch some of the Triple D episodes, Uncle Salty spent some time with Guy Fieri there at Salty's. So if you're ever out there in California, check him out. Great. I haven't had it at the restaurant, but I know one year down at the Winter Nationals, a plate of brisket and stuff come up to the tower, and I was a fan from there on out. So always so many great people that you never know about them, and all of a sudden you may have been watching Triple D. That was probably, Jeff, you'd have to remind me how many years ago that was that Guy visited your place. But after that, seeing that logo, and then Dylan got here, I'm like, hey, I've seen that logo on TV before. So always neat how our sport reaches out through across the country and into the there. Doug Johnson is such a great fan. I tell you what, one of the best fans I've ever had. Lives there in Perry, Iowa. I got to send that guy a Christmas card. Working for the green flag. Here we go. Oh, it'll be Salty and short down into turn number 1, Doug, as they hurry on in. Stephen Whitaker, your race leader, as it will be the 22R of Paxton to the number 2 spot. Watch that Pennsylvania racer, Jared Spalding in the blue 83, started on the shotgun spot, started 9th back there in the 83. He already at lap number 1 is into 4th and contending for a transfer spot. On down the back straightaway, it is going to be Whitaker, your race leader. Whitaker, another one of those drivers, just like Dilly, who has had not so great luck here down in the Panhandle, is along the Gulf Shore. As tonight looks like it might be his night to join Ben down in the infield for a heat race interview, as it will be the 22R of Paxton in the number 2 spot. Down the back straightaway they go. Now down the front straightaway. Taking a look here, left side of your screen, going to be your race leader, the 89 of Whitaker. Great shot from the Sarge over top. Racetrack getting real racy right now. We'll watch this thing widen out. Produced some great racing last night. We'll see it again here this evening. Working on down. Down the back straightaway, Whitaker, your leader, followed by Paxton. In the number 2 spot, Hopkins and Spalding. Kensington Ogle, she is having the best run of her Clash on the Coast right now. Sitting back there in the number 5 spot, Lady Racer out of the hometown of Buddy Holly from Lubbock, Texas. Back there deep in the field in the 5 spot. 3rd, here we go, battle for the transfer. Spalding in the 83 car to the inside. Worked it down into turn number 3. Hopkins was able to hold him at bay. Jared Spalding trying to make something happen. We'll stay tight with him off of 2. Watch that 83 car to the inside. Down the back straightaway they'll go. Spalding to the bottom. It'll be Hopkins on the top. Spalding's going to run it in. 1 to go. Your race leader still Whitaker, followed by Paxton, but the battle's for 3rd. Working off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Stephen Whitaker going to have no troubles on getting this one down to the infield first. Checkered flag is out for him. He'll pick up the win. Randall Paxton going to the 2nd spot, and 3rd will go to the 17 or the G17 of Greg Hopkins. Greg Hopkins right there going into the 3rd and final transfer spot. So taking a look there, your top 3 finishers, Stephen Whitaker Jr., followed by Randall Paxton and Greg Hopkins. Once again, we do thank and appreciate you being tuned in for a little live look in, courtesy of our friends at Stack Products. Still got time to head on out to IMCA TV and get the remainder of tonight's championship night purchased on up. So working on in there. Thanks for being tuned in, and thank you to Stack Products for your live look in.
Stephen Whitaker Jr. just hot off of the win. Stephen, it's got to feel great to make your 2nd main event of the week. Last time you did, you finished 10th, and I know you want to build off of that before you get back home to the Lone Star State.
Yeah, we haven't